Yo, I feel like dropping some bars. 2 trains, spin that shit.
The fuck are you talking about?
Just drop a beat, will you? Come on.
Boom boom chuck, boom 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 chuck, boom boom chuck, boom 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 chuck,
What?
boom.
Spin that real shit, come on.
All right, I got you, I got you.
Uh, yeah, okay, okay. It's your boy Sunny, or is it Sunny Boy? I don't care these fools think Gears is a toy.
What?
I'ma stand tall till these motherfuckers fall. You're just mad that I'm better than y'all.
Yeah.
Just gaming like a madman spitting these bars. The homies wanna play COD. Nah, fam, I'm down for the war. Revving these chainsaws and slashing these hoes.
Okay.
This is Gears of War. Anything fucking goes.
Yeah.
Wow, we just fucking killed it.
We.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what the fuck happened, but we're back. Alright guys, it's Sunny Boy, and I have my brother Colin. You want to introduce yourself?
No, not really.
Well, you all know him as Zerstor because he's been in the commentary before. But right now, he's being a little bitch and doesn't want to talk. That's right, little bitch. Alright, I'll give him some moderate decorum and being nice and just say, it's a pleasure to have you on here as my backup singer.
See, now who's the little bitch?
See, he employs this method of being so douchey that you have to be nice so that he can be douchey back to you, and then he makes you feel like, no, who's the little bitch right now? Because it's stupid, it's childish, but it works.
Maybe Call of Duty, maybe Gears of War, maybe Rocket League. Mind games is still mind games.
Bygones be bygones, let's move on. So, we're watching some Gears of War 4 gameplay, obviously of mine. I'm about to destroy this kid, obviously, you know, that's how it is. So, what do you think of the game so far, even though you haven't played it?
From what I've seen, it handles very much like Gears of War 3, which I played. God, how many hours have I played of that thing?
Quickscope!
I've played so much Gears of War 3, it's not even funny. I instantly fell in love with the game when I first played it. I love Gears of War 2 and 1, but mostly I played online on 3. And it held well, and I hope this game holds even better, especially with its dedicated servers. My God, with dedicated servers, it was unbelievable how many shots you could actually get on people. Where when you played on the not dedicated servers, it was just like you're chasing ghosts and shit. Where do you think you fucking going? Go over here.
Well, it's like the fluidity of the game. Like, Gears of War 3 was a very fluid game, but when you didn't play on the dedicated servers, like, couldn't you tell? You could tell, like, your shots weren't as crisp, and, like, your bullets didn't register like they used to when they
Oh
dropped
yeah,
the
whoever had the better connection usually won those games. Even if you weren't even better, it's just the fact that your bullets got on target more.
Yeah. So I guess, like, with the launch and you haven't played it, so, like, what do you hope? Well, I know what you said with Gears of War 3. You hope it's, like, just Gears of 3 built upon itself. Is there anything, like, you're looking for? You want, like, creative expansion upon it? Or are you just looking for it to be basically Gears 3.1, like, just a built upon it?
I want them to expand. I don't want them to have the randomness that the double barrel shotgun had in 3, where you barrel stuff somebody and they kill them, but if they were like 2 inches away, it wouldn't kill them. But where the Gnasher was consistent, it always did the same damage almost at any range. But when you barrel stuff somebody, that's when it killed them. And also I do like how they made it where you can hop over walls.
Cringe moment right there. I fail with the shotgun. Nobody saw that at all. Nobody saw that. You'll see the end of the game. I drop numbers. It's okay.
Drops numbers, drops deaths.
Okay, so it sounds like you basically want them to expand upon the game, make it like just keep that creative innovation, but don't get too crazy and try to like not introduce random parameters or random variables such as like you said the stalled off, which like it was inconsistent, where the Gnasher was consistent, so you knew what would happen when you went up against someone with the Gnasher, but you didn't know with the saw off. You didn't know like if I push him, is he gonna blow me off in one shot? or is it like, am I gonna get lucky? Oh my god, cringe fest again.
Right up Main Street.
Right, yeah, definitely right up Main Street. Okay, so a lot of people have been complaining about, from what I've seen, I mean, I even experienced it, like, I even put up a video about it, complaining about the Windows 10 glitch, where you would get to the certain point, and the game literally wouldn't play. And Xbox has, like, it launched, and there was a lot of problems, and I know this happens with just anything, there's glitches, but do you feel like, I guess, as developers in general, do they test enough? You feel like they test enough to see if there's enough glitches, or almost every developer, do you think, should put out like at least an open beta for a few weeks, not a few weeks before the game, but like months before the game, to try in the hopes of catch stuff? Not saying they have to like reveal everything, but just like things that they think players could potentially exploit, and use the fact that people are fucking snooty and want to be invasive and try and glitch stuff, and then with that, in hopes that they can fix those or remedy those problems.
Now, coming from a computer background, like currently studying programming and coding, it is incredibly hard to make a game in general and then code everything to where it all works fluidly. And now, where if you have an Xbox or a PlayStation, not saying you're going to play PlayStation or Gears of War on PlayStation, but just saying any system, it's easy to develop games for systems because it's the same thing over and over again. It's the same hardware. But with a computer that someone either built or bought and slapped a graphics card in, it's much harder because now there's different components. Yeah, it's all running the same operating system, but you have a different CPU, different set of RAM, different motherboard, different graphics card, different hard drive, and even though they all run off of binary ones and zeros at the end of the day, it's still different variants amount of coding that change certain things and sometimes make it where glitch happens. So where if you were running this game on, let's just say like Windows 8 or something, it might run differently than what it would on Windows 10. Windows 10 it might have that problem, but let's say you ran on 8 or 7, it might not have that problem. You don't know. But this is Gears. I don't know if it plays on 7 or 8, does it?
It only plays on 10.
Okay.
It has to be the digital version.
Okay, so it has to be linked with your account. But still, even then, I mean, someone could probably get it to work on 7. It takes some serious coding, but you could do it. But it's just a lot of hard work. It's a lot of difficulty to get it. And then again, some developers just don't want to put out a what's the word again?
Like I guess what you're trying, are you trying to say that like
a trial or whatever it was?
The
beta.
They don't want to put out a beta.
Yeah, because they just want to keep the game a secret and make everything a surprise. Where I can understand where they're coming from, but then again, you're limiting yourself to what you're seeing because you gotta think outside the box sometimes, and different types of people think different types of way and run into different problems.
Yeah, and I also think, I guess, I can see with the problem what you're saying, like with betas, with that, but I think another aspect that could potentially be the problem is if you put out a beta and people love it, it's going to increase sales. If you put out a beta and it just sucks, like just not does the game run, but if like how you launch it, can you get the servers up for the X amount of time and make sure they're fluid and running fine? If that experience is really bad for a lot of players, that's going to reduce your sales and potentially like tank your game, like unintentionally. Like you could have, like the whole person could have been like, let's test the game and figure out stuff. And even though the players figure out all the glitches and you're like, okay, I'm going to fix it, the people get this bad taste in their mouth. They're like, oh, is this what the game's going to be? Like some people don't realize that they fix the stuff. And I feel like sometimes when they're trying to do a positive aspect of putting out a beta to get feedback, it actually has a negative connotation on the entire project itself. And that's where problems can sometimes occur.
Oh, most certainly it happens. But where it's like the one thing with like Battlefield 4, people start calling it Betafield 4.
Yep.
That ruined that game really quickly, and then they came out with Hardline to try to make up for it a little bit later on the line. Mm-hmm. And then now they have Battlefield 1.
That's having problems on itself too.
Yeah.
With DirectX, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, that comes to software and coding, where some games are performing better on DirectX 11 than they are on 12. Where DirectX 12 is supposed to be the newest and latest greatest thing, and some games it does perform better, some games it doesn't. But what NVIDIA is doing is what they've always done, and they're just going for raw horsepower, where AMD is going for select programs and different APIs that make the game run better on less hardware.
Well, for the folks who don't know, explain what an API is, just so like people aren't wondering.
I haven't fully discovered what an API is yet either, but with my limited knowledge, give or take a few things. Okay, an API is a part, I believe, is part of a software that when you send a signal to your computer to play, like when you're playing a game, it sends a message to your GPU to talk to your CPU and talk back to the GPU. And what it is, when you try to fit all that data in one place, it makes it flow easier, kind of like traffic. It's kind of like a cop directory track. Like you go here, you go there, and it just makes it easier. Now, I'm not sure that's the exact thing that it does, but it does something pretty much similar to that. And
Wrap it up.
Okay.
I was just trying to let you know we need to wrap it up. This game's almost over.
Fine. Okay. See how it is.
Don't want to cut
Fucking
off your...
bitch over here trying to tell me to shut the fuck up. I know when to stop.
We had such a great information. I actually learned some shit that I didn't even know what you were saying. That no. All right, let's crack some skulls. Called boom. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Hopefully you enjoyed this Dualcomm with my brother. You got anything you want to say to the lovely folks that we all fucking hate?
Watch more Rocket League.
That is not sponsored by Rocket League. He just loves Rocket League. So
SunE, we love you.
bye. Yo, I'm gonna take a shit. I'll be right back. Listen to it. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
Why is this shit so fucking hard?
Hello, people, and welcome to the internet. This is Colin's Hour of Smooth Jazz. So sit back and take a ride on the Soul Train.
See these motherfuckers fall. You're just mad that I'm better than y'all. You're just getting mad, man. Oh, fucking fuck. Yeah. Okay. It's your boys. Fuck! I have the speakers on. Jesus fucking Christ. That's a blooper.
We're doing this thing for the boy SunE. Actually, I should say SunE boy, the righteous panda. Let's go!